Hello everybody, welcome back to more Danganronpa. Happy Havoc. Last episode, somebody died, and we started the investigation, so I think this episode we're gonna finish it. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so I think we need to talk to Byakuya, so let's do that. Is the evidence that proves there was genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay, maybe go in there. If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files, and so much dust, too.
So in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay, let's do this. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file, huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. There's so many files stuffed onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There are a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. What's that? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Okay. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh, that's... yeah. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library was because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. Okay. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read them in more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words...
I already told you. There is a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent material exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack case has been compiled here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Oh, that's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. The second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question, but in fact, the answer is quite
So
simple.
in other
The
words,
culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us.
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. No thanks. No thanks. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Oops, sorry. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where the photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Wow. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Ise, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30. I'm sorry, I'm probably botching the names really bad. I apologize for that. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono. Yeah, you get it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. In the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit. Next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. Oh.
So in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. okay. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Wait, so you're telling me that somebody being a killer, or, you know, somebody having DID is more unbelievable than you being in a killing gang? Okay. Or maybe it really isn't. It's not. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file. Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We'll finish our business here and have a meeting. Wait, Byakuya? Okay, he left. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play
Come on,
with
enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Do you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. Just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly he'd asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. Well, okay, Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene. Okay.
Damn.
Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
To target such a helpless being, it's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. I mean, yeah. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about.
so then,
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko left. I guess I'll take another look. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Okay. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, the more it's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was the blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first I didn't see any reasons to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. Like, okay. What does this all mean? So, wait. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure it out, there's a certain place I need to revisit. Okay. So, the library again? Oh, there's still... Okay. I need to check it out. Dude, I have a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get is... I need to get stronger? Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. Chihiro's complex, where did it come from? There's a big bloodstain on the dumbbell. Yeah, so that was probably the murder weapon, right? Bloodstain on the carpet. And even blood on the poster. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Okay, I guess. Fine.
Damn. No forgiveness!
guess we could check out this. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood, just like all those other genocide jack cases. This door leads out to the pool. Okay, so I guess we need to leave, right? Okay, so go to the library.
I feel.
That's it. Well.
Okay, so, we need to go here then, before the library, because it was not letting me. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? I have no idea. Poster, I guess? Huh, this poster, it's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room. Okay, there's something strange about the posters. That's weird. The posters have been switched, but if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Huh. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming Sakura might know something? You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, it isn't usually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with. Wait, wasn't the stain on the boys' locker room? Well, this is definitely interesting. Okay. So, I think we need to go, to the, thing. Okay, so I think we need to get in here. Okay. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then you did find something. Very well, I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Why would she?
Oh, I was just...
Okay, so Chihiro was in the warehouse, and I see something sticking out of the bag. I don't know what that is.
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Okay. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. you get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag. Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying it, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. How though? Celeste's account has been added to the truth bullets. Okay. Okay, so look at that. There's a thick blur of dust on top of the Found a coin, so that's good. Huh? The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see, it's not plugged in. Lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right, Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... So, I'm guessing we check this. Wait, the file's gone? Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that, I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Okay, now let's take a look at the thing again. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope, but it isn't actually a rope at all. Okay. I don't know. That's some sort of cable thing. I mean, we already did that though. Oh, Hina, how's Soko doing? Similar before, she won't come out, and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure got created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come on, come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with other girls that much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. So, was she just shy? I don't know, she talks to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own gender but totally fine with the others? Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe she was used to guys bullying her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Okay, I always account. Oh. Wait.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. I don't feel ready to be I don't feel ready. I feel like there's something missing, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this episode here for now, and if you want to see the next episode quicker, leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next episode.